Man United get serious over signing that next Modric. Manchester United are getting serious over their pursuit of Martin Baterina, according to a report. The Dinamo Zagreb is becoming an increasingly familiar name in the transfer market. Baterina is ready and determined to take the next step in his career, and this has alerted Europe's elite. A regular fixture for Dinamo since being a teenager, the versatile 21-year-old attacking midfielder is regarded as Croatia's biggest talent since none other than Luka Modric. Indeed, there have been claims that his compatriot recommended Baterina to Real Madrid. The youngster, however, decided to reject Los Blancos after they presented their development plan for him, which would have seen him join another La Liga side on loan for a year or two first. Feeling that he is good enough to be a regular contributor for a top European side, Baterina rejected the approach, emboldening his other suitors, among them Man United. Man United step up Baterina pursuit. According to Team Talk, the Red Devils are now stepping up their pursuit of the Croatia international. It is claimed that Man United are weighing up a January move, but Dinamo are confident that Baterina will not leave before the end of the season. The Manchester Giants are willing to be patient, however, and could also wait until the summer. Scouting reports on Baterina have been very positive, and he would fit the Ineos transfer policy of buying young. Baterina does not have a release clause and is expected to cost at least €20 million. Barcelona and Atletico Madrid are the other sides credited with an interest in him, echoing reports from Spain. Man United are planning to sign at least 2 midfielders in 2025. The chances that Baterina will be one of them appear to be increasing. Fabrizio Romano transfer news. Barcelona plans, Sun bombshell, Zubimendi twist. Fabrizio Romano has dropped the latest football transfer news, with updates at Barcelona, Tottenham, Liverpool and others leading the headlines. Barcelona plot Nico Williams plan. Romano has confirmed that Barcelona are looking ahead to summer 2025 with regards a major signing, with Ansu Fati's injury apparently the last straw for the Camp Nou club. There's been bad news today for Barcelona with Ansu Fati 1 month out. He'll return in December, Romano told his YouTube channel. This means for Barca to bring in a new winger. Jonathan David contract latest. One of the hottest players out of contract next summer will be Lille striker Jonathan David, who is set to attract interest from many top clubs after previously being linked with Arsenal. Jonathan David is not signing a new deal Lille and is not expected to sign a new deal in the next weeks or months, Romano confirmed. Jonathan David will be one of the big names in 2025. I can guarantee you that clubs from the Premier League, Serie A, everywhere are reaching out to understand his situation. He's a big opportunity. He's scoring lots of goals in the Champions League, always been a crucial player for Lille. The player is taking his time. The situation is super positive for him. It's not something that will happen now in November, it's probably going to be in the next months. Man United accept loan offers for summer flop. Manchester United will accept loan offers during the January transfer market for Joshua Zirkzee. Hat is according to Tuttosport, who report that new Man United manager Ruben Amorim has already informed club chiefs that Zirkzee is not in his plans. United have already begun informing clubs via agents that Zirkzee is available on loan during the January transfer window. The plan from United is that a successful loan move will raise Zirkzee's value ahead of a summer sale at the end of the season. Tuttosport adds that Juventus are the favourites to sign Zirkzee on loan as the Dutchman worked successfully with Bianconeri manager Thiago Motta at Bologna last season. The 23-year-old Zirkzee was one of the standout players in Serie A last season, and he was often compared to former Milan and Barcelona star Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But he is yet to show that form at Old Trafford. Zirkzee joined Man United this past summer in a €42.5 million move from Bologna. The striker scored on his Premier League debut against Fulham, but he has struggled badly since then and failed to score another goal. Having fallen down the pecking order at Old Trafford and with the club's fans already seemingly giving up on him, Zirkzee will leave the club in January. Zirkzee led Bologna to a shock qualification into this season's Champions League under manager Thiago Motta. Zirkzee delivered 12 goals and 7 assists in all competitions as Bologna finished 5th in Serie A. He was the key man for a Bologna team who performed well above their weight under Motta to qualify for the Champions League. Standing at 6 feet 4 inches, Zirkzee is a giant of a striker who at Bologna was expert at holding up the ball and bringing others into play. Xerxes went to Euro 2024 with Netherlands, but barely featured under Ronald Koeman. Van Nistelrooy in line for manager job days after brutal Man United axing. Manchester United legend Ruud van Nistelrooy won't have to be without a club for long. A successor to Scott Parker. The current manager of the Clarets is under a lot of pressure and can no longer afford to make a mistake in the championship. Although there is currently no official contact between Burnley and Van Nistelrooy, interest seems to be flaring up again. It is not the first time that Burnley have set their sights on Van Nistelrooy. A role at his old stomping ground. There, he first served as an assistant coach under Ten Hag and later as interim manager. However, the arrival of Ruben Amorim led to an early departure, with the Portuguese bringing his own staff with along from Sporting CP. Now, a chance at Burnley is said to be in sight again for Van Nistelrooy. Burnley I Van Nistelrooy. Burnley had a promising start to the season under Parker, beating teams such as Luton Town and Cardiff City. However, this success was ultimately short-lived. In the last 13 league games, the team only managed to score 9 times. Although Burnley are currently in 4th place, criticism of Parker is increasing. Fans and analysts point to a lack of consistency and scoring ability, and there are calls for a change of course. This could give Van Nistelrooy a new chance to further shape his career as a head coach in the championship. Former Eredivisie star Kenneth Perez believes that Van Nistelrooy's performance as interim manager at Man United will not keep him out of work for long. Clubs are now thinking, "Hey, Van Nistelrooy. He has experience at PSV and has proven himself as an interim manager at a top English club," Perez said during ESPN's Voet Balpraat program. And Nistelrooy's experience in the Netherlands and England makes him an interesting option for several clubs looking for a new manager. His past as a striker at top clubs and his recent experience on the bench could give him an edge over other candidates. Van Nistelrooy's coaching career got off to a flying start in the summer of 2022 when he became head coach of PSV and coached 50 games before surprisingly leaving his role. After a short break without a club, he found a place as assistant under Ten Hag at Man United last summer. Now the way seems open again for a step as head coach, and Burnley could be an ideal place for Van Nistelrooy to realize his ambitions in English football. Burnley hope to fight their way back to the Premier League, and with a coach like Van Nistelrooy,